Like to add to that, a leader as well. Men, we lead, and a real man does lead, and as my brother stated, a protector, provider, comforter. We're all those things in one.
Okay.
I think, when we talk about man, we first have to define manhood.
There you go.
Okay.
One of the things that people don't understand is that if you go back to medieval times, for example, a young man was a page before he became anything else.
Okay.
He had to go through a rite of passage to become a squire.
Right.
He had to go through another rite of passage to become a knight. And so there has to be milestones at a young man's life to demarcate his transition. One of the things I did for my son, when he turned 13, we had a rite of passage for him.
No, I meant to call y'all. Someone to do it for my son.
We had a book of letters from 17 different men of faith to define his role as a man, what it means to lead a family, what it means to how to choose a wife, how to manage finances. Because in today's society, I think what we really have are boys who can shave.
Okay.
It's not men, we have boys who can shave because they
Right.
haven't accepted responsibility and accountability. So, when you define manhood, I think that is something that's passed on from a father to a son.
Right.
Okay. We're gonna go into that in a few minutes. Yes, I agree. Because fathers are so important. But I'm gonna start with the wives, mothers. So Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "A man is who his mother makes him to be." What is your opinion on this statement? And if true, how did your mother shape you?
I disagree with the statement.
I disagree emphatically.
Me too, wholeheartedly.
Let's see what you got to say.
A
Why?
man is who his mother made him to be?
Makes him to be.
Nah, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I mean, don't get it twisted. I believe a woman can help because there are single mothers
Because
who
the
have
mother
raised.
plays a
Right,
role.
right. But to me, the biggest part of becoming a man is his father. My father showed me how to become a man. He told me as well, but I learned a lot by watching my father, getting up, going to work every single day, even when he didn't want to. Coming home, providing for his family, teaching his son, get up son, let's go cut this yard. Taking care of my mother, keep her car clean, putting my mother before any and everybody, and putting his wife and children before any and everybody, before his siblings, before nieces and nephews. It didn't matter. I learned that from my father, so I totally disagree. I had a wonderful, and still have a wonderful father figure in my life, so I totally disagree with that.
Okay.
I would say this, being raised by a single mother,
Okay.
a young single mother at that. She had two boys, and my mother was kind of learning on the wham because
Right.
she was young. She had my brother at 14, had me at 16, so she really didn't. And we had no father figures. I was raised in projects and other what they would consider ghetto hood areas in the Fort Worth area. So my influences were dope dealers, gang bangers, and stuff like that. I bless you, my brother. I think that's amazing. That's why I'm a great father now. But my mother could only teach me how to not get in trouble. She didn't teach me how to become a man. I learned that from a surrogate father after I met at 21 years old, I'm 39 years old, that I met at 21 years old. It showed me and plus my mom was in a dysfunctional marriage also. I love my stepfather, but he was a notorious crackhead. So, and he's deceased now, blessed the dead. But I learned how to become a man after I got off the umbilical cord.
Right.
Through a man who came in my life and taught me how to be a husband, taught me, I watched him be a father. But a woman, she can only just try to keep you out of trouble. Plus she taught me how not to love. Because she didn't show no love, because she had to be hard and hit you in the chest and you gotta be a man and this stuff here, and it just didn't transform. And I believe that's why I had a lot of faults in my life early on. Because I was raised by a woman. And there was no love. She loved me, but she couldn't show that weakness.
Right.
I mean, I agree with the statement, don't agree with the statement. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, I think there's a reason God created two sexes. Period. I mean, there's a balance required.
Right.
A woman does play a role in a man's life, but she is not to mold him into manhood.
Exactly.
My example of manhood The greatest man I know to this day is my grandfather, Perry Wilson. My biological father and I sat down for the first time when I was 3 days before my 22nd birthday. It's the first time he spent most of my life in prison.
Okay.
But my grandfather, this is the man who I saw raise 5 children, work 2 jobs, 39 years as a custodian in the DIC school district. And then he'd work a night job. And then my grandmother would honor him as a husband. I've never seen my grandparents have a fight. My grandmother passed away when I was 10 years old. My grandfather to this day has never remarried. You know, so my great-grandparents were married almost 70 years. So even though my biological parents didn't have the most cohesive relationship, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, they set examples. And more importantly, you have surrogate fathers. And I think this is what ails our community right now. You never learn to be a man unless you get to see a man.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be your biological father.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, as men, if we go grab these young men and we pour into their lives, we mentor